Okay, I am a huge fan of bookmarks. I consider myself to be sort of a bookmarks queen. I use them every day, and I have a separate set of bookmarks on my uh, Licking Heights or my teacher Chrome browser because I use different things each day as a teacher compared to what I use each day once I get home and I'm on my personal email or Gmail Chrome browser. So, as a student, I would highly suggest that you have a set of bookmarks that is strictly for your student account, and then a set of bookmarks that is for your personal account at home. So, today we're going to just talk about what your bookmarks should look like on your student email account. This is how I would suggest it to be set up since we are using some new platforms this year. So that's what it's going to look like when you're all done. Now here's my teacher version. Okay, I have so many. And so yours is going to look a lot different from mine. But here's all the things that I use for Licking Heights. Here's all the things that I use for CTEC, the Ohio Department of Education, things that we use in class daily. And it looks like a lot, but once you kind of get used to it, it's really nice to have on hand. And it saves me so much time by being able to just click on each little button instead of having to type it in to the new tab or whatever it is that I'm doing. So I would like to show you that if you click Shift Control B, the bookmarks bar can be hidden or it can be shown. And I always leave it on shown, but if it's ever missing, I just assume that I need to click that little shortcut, and you can see this, it says always show bookmarks bar. That's that Shift Control B. And I am on a Mac currently, so it does look a little different than a Chromebook. The other thing, just ignore these. These are not bookmarks. These are Google Chrome add-ons, okay? Or like, sorry, not add-ons, but extensions. So I use those a lot too. And you can tell that I am logged into my Licking Heights account because I've signed in. And so if you have not signed in to your Chrome browser or your Chromebook, just make sure that when you're using Chrome, you can see that you're signed into your account, because if you're ever just like browsing as a guest, whatever you do with bookmarks, I don't even know that it will actually work. Yeah, see how it kind of blocks me out of bookmarks because it knows I'm a guest, so like it will never save. The guest bar always restarts as a clean window. So make sure you're on not your personal email, but your school Gmail while you're doing this bookmarks lesson for me. And this is the suggested order. This is to help you stay organized for what you should do on a daily basis. And here is the list of links that you'll need to create these bookmarks. So it's pretty simple, and we're going to start with a clean slate. If you have any bookmarks that you aren't using anymore, or you just want them out of the way, you can actually like just drag them over. So let's pretend that let's say that you just have like an old bookmark. You just drag it over to other, and it'll just be in here sort of out of the way. And so this never goes away. This is always here, but you have all this room to work with on your bookmarks bar. So it's really nice. So let's get started. I would say the first thing you have to do every day in school currently is this attendance form. Okay, so when you go to this link, you'll see this. Instead of having to log into PLP every time I need to fill in this form, I would rather bookmark it. So you can click the star button. I would name it one.attendance, and then I would put it on my bookmarks bar and click done. And then there it is. Okay, so that's done. So the next thing is Gmail. You should be checking your Gmail every day. This is like the main way that teachers are probably regularly communicating with you. So if you go to Gmail, these are a bunch of really old emails, but if you go to Gmail, because this is my CTech email and it all gets forwarded to my Licking Heights email. But if you go to Gmail and then you click this button and see how it comes up with an automatic name, and it's like so super long, and you don't need all that. So we're just gonna name it to Gmail. Bookmarks Bar. Boom. Ready to go. The third thing you need is Buzz. We are using that every day currently. Oops, I keep right clicking on that. I don't know why I do that. So moving on to this one, and I'm just gonna again label it 3.buzz, and I'm gonna make sure it's on my bookmarks bar, and then you'll say 3. See the 3. In PLP, it's like they're sort of the same thing, but they have 2 different web addresses. So when you go to the PLP login, this says personalized learning platform, and this says it too, but you can see this is the Buzz link and this is the actual PLP link, and this just has basically your PLP grades, which some teachers are using, but I'm putting mine directly into Progress Book for you. But this is Buzz and PLP, so I would just put those right next to each other since they're sort of the same thing on the bookmarks bar. So I would just put them right next to each other. Then 4, you should probably look at Progress Book every day just in case. So we'll go to the Progress Book login page. Don't forget to click Licking Heights and then like the sign in button, but you can just bookmark this, name it 4.progressbook, put it on your bookmarks bar, boom, ready to go. Now the digital agenda that you just learned how to make, you can grab the link on your own file and then add that, and it'll show up right there. Google Classroom is another one that you probably click on all the time, so that's not a bad idea to add that. Okay, and you're just going to do this for every link that I've given you and for any other links that you think you need. So name it Google Class instead of Classes or whatever, so that you know exactly what it is. The other cool thing is folders. So once you have these like things that you're probably going to use regularly, maybe you want to add a folder, and it's under Bookmarks Bar, and you're going to name that folder. Let's call this one Career Connections, and you can abbreviate it for CC or Career or whatever you want to call it. But now if you have a folder up here, you don't have to like waste all your Bookmarks Bar space, but you can still be out front like that. And in our class, we use this Ohio Means Job website so often. And make sure it's the K-12. And you're just going to put that in the Career Connections. Well, actually, if you put it on the Bookmarks Bar and then you want to drag it in, some kids like that sort of hands-on verification. And then also we will be using Everfi more than once, and maybe several days in a row at a time. So that's a nice one to have bookmarked as well. So if you put it on the Bookmarks Bar and drag it over. Now you don't have to do it that way. You can also just find the folder name right away, and then you don't have to drag it and it'll show up there. And then you can also add a folder that says ELA. And I don't know what links your other teachers use, but this is just a way to sort of get the folders ready, and then as you go to classes throughout the day, throughout the weeks, If there's a website that you're using all the time, like one that I would guess that's really cool to use for math is, oh, not Google, is the Desmos calculator. That way, if you ever don't have a calculator or you forget your calculator, my kids use this at home all the time when they don't have their calculator right in their hand. But you can just save this right into your math folder. And then whenever you're in math class, if you need that calculator, there you have it. So this is just to help you, but I put your official, like what I expect it to look like for you, or very, very as close as you can get it, it's right here. So just try to get this set up and then follow the instructions on how to show Miss Gingery that you have done this. Okay, good luck. Happy bookmarking.